All right, gang, for our 3D strap hip airplane. So two versions. I'm gonna show you one with, I just did here with kind of a kickstand version, and then one a little bit more of a single leg kind of deadlift version. All right, so we have low attachment point. If you don't have a 3D strap, that's totally fine. You just need two strength bands, okay? And you can just tie them together here. Wrap it around like so. Okay, and once you have that locked in there, you basically just created your own 3D strap, so same thing. Okay, so if I'm gonna work my right leg, I am going to reach in with my right arm. I'm gonna wrap it around my body so it comes across kind of my hip down towards the anchor point here. All right, so I'm gonna set up here. Anchor point is basically just in front of my thighs. I'm gonna get into a good stack of thorax on top of pelvis, and even though I'm gonna be in this kind of hinge position, I want you to maintain this stack all throughout the exercise, very important. Okay, so, and I'm gonna hinge forward both feet right now on the ground, and then I'm gonna kick my outside foot back, and this is gonna be more the kickstand version, okay? This is where you wanna start. It gives you a little bit more stability here. Okay, so I'm gonna be here. I have all my weight kind of, or at least 90% of my weight on my lead foot, maybe even slightly on the inside of this foot. But think about a tripod foot, one point behind the big toe, one behind the small toe, and one at the heel. But I could even kind of bias a little bit of the inside of the foot to get a little bit more hip internal rotation, which as golfers, we like. Okay, and then from here, make sure you kind of keep the knee in line with the toe. Now, you know that you've seen the kind of the movement here. I'm gonna be rotating out. What I want you to do is you kind of think about your body as from like head to toe on your left side as one piece, and everything rotates together. I don't want you over rotating, so if I stop here, I don't want you to continue going with your upper body and your hips don't move, or vice versa, if you can even do that. Hips go further than torso. I want everything to kind of move as one. Now the next thing that's super important here and really good for kind of get the mobility aspect of this drill is when I rotate my torso, when I rotate everything as one towards the cable, I want to kind of sink into this hip. And so my pelvis is now rotating, okay, over my fixed femur on my right side, or upper thigh here, okay? And so now my belt buckle is kind of facing off to an angle here. I've sunk a little bit low. You should feel some good like stretch of the tissue here on that right side glute. And then when I kind of push out of this, I'm gonna kind of push up and out and rotate everything and kind of come up out of that sunken position I was just in. So there's gonna be a lot of movement going on, not just from a rotation standpoint, but also kind of sinking into this hip and coming in and out of it. Okay, so let me do a couple repetitions here. Nice straight line from top of the head down to hip. I'm gonna sink into this. Everything kind of goes out at once. I'm trying to keep the knee in line with the big toe. Sinking down and back out. So give me one more here. And now you can also do this with the back foot suspended if you want to make this a little bit more difficult. I'm not going to talk through this because it's going to take everything I have not to fall over. So let's see if I can do 1 or 2 repetitions for you. So I'm here, same stance to set up. Once I feel confident and I'm ready, pick up that back foot. All right, that wasn't bad. All right, guys, that is your 3D strap hip airplane.